Can't hear your voice anymore. How was I so blind to the change? I didn't feel it fade away. This hurt isn't healing, not sure what to do. I'm hardly breathing, but I'll tell the truth. I need a love that won't give up, need a heart that won't give out. I need a body that won't give in, and a mind that won't break down. I need a love, I need a heart, I need somebody. I need a love, I need a heart, I need somebody. These streets have broken memories that only space can remedy. That's not to say I won't return, but in my state it just wouldn't work. I hate to be leaving, but I just can't stay. I'm searching for meaning, and this just can't wait. I need a love that won't give up, need a heart that won't give out. I need a body that won't give in, and a mind that won't break down. I need a love, I need a heart, I need somebody. I need a love, I need a heart, I need somebody. One day I won't give up, and I won't give out. Someday I won't give in, and I won't break down.
What's up, everyone? Let us know where you're watching from. We'll drop it in the comments. What's up, world? In partnership with Impact, taking it global in the Shamandi Foundation, N'we Jinan is proud to present to you the Windcarriers Challenge. This 20-week social media campaign is calling on all Indigenous youth and people in our network to create artwork at home and submit them for a chance to win prizes, including our grand prize, a brand new MacBook Pro. Tune in every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on all our social media platforms for a chance to learn techniques from professional artists every week. We will also be featuring some of our students who will be sharing their skills and talking about their experiences working within our programs. So get your beats ready and get those canvases primed. Make sure your camera's in focus as we move through this difficult time. The Windcarriers Challenge, here to bring you good peace of mind. Yes, 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 yes. I'd like to welcome everybody to another edition of the Windcarriers Challenge show. Shout out to all our people chiming in and dropping the comments, letting us know where they're watching from. I'm constantly going to be sharing that throughout the show. It's always good to know where people are watching from for us to allow us to know like how far reaching our connection is right now. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Super excited. We got the EUSG in the house. Shout out to the Mook Jam Arts Concentration Program as well. Lots of familiar faces, some new faces here too. We're just excited to be here for our 16th edition of the Windcarriers. I think it's 16. I'm like losing count, but yeah, it is the 16th edition, and we're just really glad to be here. If it is your first time, I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel today. Because we're on our 16th edition, so you can check out the other 16 episodes if you really want to know what Windcarriers Challenge is. But we're essentially here every single week. Once a week, we've done this as a response to COVID on behalf of our organization, Impact, and all of the N'we Jinan programs. And we've gone on every single week to bring on exceptional youth that have connected to us through our programs that have excelled through the arts and that are, creating their own legacy, their own journeys. And so we bring them on the show, chop it up a little bit, talk about to them a little bit about where they're at in life, and share some of their knowledge, you know what I mean? And we also bring on our professional artists that work with our organization, work within our programs, within the arts residencies, and they come on the show as well, talk a little bit about their artistic journey and their practice as well. And we're super excited to be able to do that. And then we also send out a weekly artistic challenge to to you, the audience at home, to participate actively in the Windcarriers Challenge and win prizes every single week. That's what we're essentially doing here every single week. So we're just excited to be able to do this continuously. Some people might be wondering, what is Impact? Well, Impact is first and foremost, my name is David Hodges, the host of the show, but also co-executive director at Impact, focusing on outreach and partnerships. But Impact is a learning non-for-profit organization that develops and supports our N'we Jinan programs. We also train and support our incredible roster of professional artists working within our programs. The reason why I wanted to explain Impact today is because we've actually just announced a new program called Artworks. It's an emerging artist program, essentially. And I'm going to share our website right now. We're going to share the link as well to our website. So any folk out there that may know, a youth artist, a young emerging artist who's interested in connecting and working with our organization, we've been able to create this program. It's still ongoingly being created, but we are doing an official call out right now. We have about 9 spots available for an Indigenous youth between the ages of 18 to 30 that are in their first 5 years of their artistic practice. This is available to any, from coast to coast, all across Turtle Island, specifically in Canada, though. But the key components of this program is mentorship. So participants essentially get a chance to participate in an in-school arts-based teaching residency alongside one of our professional artists. They also get a chance to do a paid internship at an organization or company that is partnered up with our organization here at Impact. There's also online training modules that are focused on skill building as well. There's 9 spots available. The applications have now officially been open, so they're open until September 18th. You can literally apply right off the website. So when you click on it, it opens up a Google form and you could literally fill that out. So just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Impact team working really hard at bringing these new programs, and we just want to be able to connect with everyone out there. So if you are an emerging artist that falls into these criteria of eligibility, or you might know someone, definitely send them this link. We're gonna drop it right now in the comment box. So we're super excited about that. Shout out to everyone that's watching on the different on the different networks right now. We're showcasing this on our Facebook page, the official N'we Jinan page, but it's also broadcasting on our N'we Jinan Arts and our YouTube, as well as some of my pages as well. So if you are watching from my page and you want to get on the official stream right now to get into the comment thread here, make sure you go check out the Facebook page of N'we Jinan. But also it's we're doing this this whole social media campaign on Instagram as well with the hashtag Windcarriers Challenge. So if this is your first time ever really tuning into the show and you want to see some of the work that's been done, some of the previous shows as well, we've posted them that are there for you to consume and watch and entertain. And learn from, you know, from our artists and our youth. So you can definitely check that out through the hashtag Windcarriers. That's also how you submit your artwork as well. We got a bunch of people still chiming in here. We got the Stalo Nation in the house. Shout out to Amethyst from the Stalo Nation out in Chilliwack. We got Yvonne Kelly here from the Ojibweza Onigam First Nation, Northwestern Ontario, Canada. Shout out to Yvonne. Thank you for tuning in. Brianna's chiming into Amethyst Lewis that I loved your Windcarrier submissions last week, and we are going to get into that the submission last week. So thank you for keeping me on track there, Brianna. But every week, so we have put out a challenge, and last week's challenge was to create a backpack. We did a backpack activity and essentially did a little activity with Jimmy Baptiste and Akita Abraham, and we had a lot of fun. We got a lot of submissions as well for this, so we're super excited about all of that. If you want to see some of those submissions, make sure you check out that hashtag Windcarriers Challenge. But we could only have one winner, and obviously it's not based on the quality, because the quality is incredible from all the submissions that we get. It is really based on complete randomness, and we did draw a winner for this week. And it's kind of funny that Amethyst is chiming in here, but Amethyst Lewis, you're actually this week's winner. So shout out to congratulations to Amethyst. You're a winner. You win $100. What is it? $100 gift card to anywhere of your choice, a N'we Jinan prize pack, and some Vans shoes. I think we're going to slip in some Vans shoes for Amethyst as well. Vans of the company VF have actually sponsored us with a bunch of free pairs of Vans shoes. That's pretty awesome. So we're going to get in touch with you, Amethyst. Congratulations. Big shout out to you for that. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors before I gotta do this work, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get through it all. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of announcements, but shout out to our partners, the Shamedy Foundation, who gave us a whack of dollars in order to put this social media campaign together, to put, like, you know, towards our prize packs and all sorts of those kind of things too. So shout out to the Shamedy Foundation, all of the good, amazing work they're doing for young people. And then also Taking It Global, Inspire, Inform, Involve, an incredible organization with lots of amazing initiatives for micro grant funding for Indigenous youth, especially that are living on reserve. So definitely go and take a check. Go check them out, man, on their website, Taking It Global. Check out the Connected Fund program. They have a Rising Youth program, which is an incredible micro grant program too, and Create to Learn as well. So big shout out to Taking It Global. They were the ones who donated the MacBook Pro, which is our grand prize. And we're super excited to be getting almost to the end of this whole thing, because that's when we're going to be officially giving away that prize. That a lot of people have been really interested in. So that's really cool. But so big shout out to them. So who's on today's show? Let's get it. Let's do some. I'm really excited to bring on these two. Super awesome. And I'm so glad that we're able to also reconnect them, you know, in the context of this show, because they had connected through our programs. But we have Melanie Garcia is going to be coming on the show, professional mixed media collage artist, also specializes and works in the film industry in costume wardrobe styling. And we're going to really get into some of that stuff and unpack what the industry looks like today, but, you know, also moving forward, what does all that look like? And so we're really excited to have Melanie on the show. And then we also have Jarrett Wadden. He's actually one of the first First Nation kids I ever met in my life, and like, man, I'm just so blessed that he's here, man. He's grown through our grown through some of our programs, and he's gone on to become an incredible photographer. And he kind of does his own thing on Instagram on a particular page called Strong Northwind, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about that work. And yeah, I'm really excited to bring him on. So, and we're gonna be doing an activity together as well. That's something that we've been starting to do on this show. So if you are at home and you are looking for something to do for the next hour, you've come to the right place. But if you want to get some materials for the activity, we're going to be doing some collaging. So first thing you want to do is find some magazines, you know, for your cutouts. Definitely get a magazine. You want some scissors to cut out the stuff from the magazine. That's super important. You want to get a glue stick. I got my Prit glue stick. They're not paying me for that, but this is the one that I have in my house. So Prit. Make sure you get your glue stick, some markers, some pencils if you want, also a piece of paper. And also, I just found some other posters and whatnot. I'm lying around my house. I got this sweet N'we Jinan Silent War poster. I'm going to cut this one up, maybe see what I could do. I'm not a collage artist myself, but that's what Melanie's here for. It's going to kind of take us and guide us through that activity. And a piece of paper that Melanie just chimed in from backstage. But I got that one. I know piece of paper is very important. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this on the desk, and we don't want to be doing this on our desks, right? So yeah,
really excited for that to be bringing them on shortly. We're going to get into Song of the Week real quick right now. So every week we always play a N'we Jinan song off the Windcarriers album. This is the Windcarriers album for anyone that's not really aware that we actually released a new album. In light of COVID, though, you know, at the end of every year, we always create a compilation CD with all of the amazing songs that were created by Indigenous youth from across Canada. And so we put out this Windcarriers album. We want to give a big shout out to Emily Kiwagishig, right? I think I pronounced that correctly. Kiwagishig. There you go. An incredible Anishinaabe artist that actually created this art. Super excited to be able to work with her. She's super, super inspiring and has a lot of incredible work on her Instagram. We're going to drop that Instagram link as well to give a big shout out to Emily and all of the amazing and inspirational work that she's doing. And we're going to get, I'll share that a little bit later, but I just want to give a big shout out to the Windcarriers Volume 8 album. The youth worked really hard on that. And so the song of the week today that we're going to be playing for you is coming from Cache Creek, British Columbia, the elementary school out there. We had our team go out earlier on in the school year, and they created this song called My Mission. Love this song. Got some real positive youth vibes on there. But My Mission is an original music video project written, recorded, and filmed with a group of students from Cache Creek Elementary School, which rests on the traditional territory of the Secwepemc Nation. This high-energy, youthful pop song is a declaration that these kids are on a mission to find ways to connect to their culture. Big shout-out to all those kids. Shanalay, Marcus, Tyrese, Epic, Taylin, Elliot, Anna, Thomas, Evan, and Ziera. This song is called My Mission. Enjoy. I'll mute my mic.
My mission, become more connected to my culture. It's my vision. I'm proud to be First Nation. So listen, I love my home, but something's missing. I want you to come home. It's my mission. So listen.
I'm afraid of being seen, I'm afraid of being judged. I'm getting better, but I still don't think I'm good enough. It's a challenge that I'm gonna rise above. It's my mission, so listen, cause I am enough.
I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together, walk together. Life is a struggle, I love.
I see you in my dreams. I feel you and I need you closer. My mission is to hold you.
I've lost so many people that I love. It's my mission to make sure you appreciate what you have before it's gone. So listen. I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside.
My mission, Cash Creek. Great song. I was feeling that vibe. It's a good, like, nice little youthful poppy song. Kind of, it hits real nice there. So as we just mentioned in our comment box, though, if you do want to support the song, make sure you check it out on the YouTube to get the high fidelity, because we are streaming this on low fidelity quality, so you're not getting that real bump. You know what I mean? So if you liked what you heard, definitely go hit up the YouTube page, or you can also download it on all your streaming platforms as well. So definitely give them a support, give them a comment as well. The kids are always checking the comment boxes as well, and it definitely helps with the confidence, and they want to know how they're connecting with other people. So definitely make sure that y'all go and do that right now. So yeah, let's move into the show here. Where are we going here with this? Where are we going with these? We're gonna bring on the first guest. There we go. That's right. First guest. I'm super excited to bring him on to the show. I've known him for quite some time, and I've seen him grow, and he's really super artistic like guy. Very has a very interesting perspectives, and he approaches art in a very unique way. This is a little picture of him at a stop motion animation like station that we did at our one of our Mukcham festivals a couple years back. A great picture there of Jared in action. But I'll give the formal introduction. Jared Wadden is a photographer and creative designer from the Cree Nation of Chisasipi. He's a Mukcham program alumni, still connected to our organization. I'm super excited to chop it up with him and see where he's at with life. Without further ado, everyone give it up for Jared Wadden. Cheese.
Hey.
What's good, Jared? How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very swell, David. How are you?
I'm doing swell myself, man. I mean, I can't complain. I'm like, I have to lean forward. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just going to get like a weird suntan coming through my window. I'm actually in my basement. It's like a dungeon. But for some reason, at this exact moment, there's just the light's just shining down on me, Jared. You know?
Cool. Kind of abstract a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, like this could be something. This could be a cool picture, man, for me. Maybe a new thumbnail or something. But I'm excited to have you on the show today, Jared. It's been a little while since we've like really connected. I think the last time I saw you in person was at the N'we Jinan Festival and Youth Conference in Winnipeg. I think that's the last time I've seen you in person. Maybe I think so. Which is some time ago. Lots has happened since then. You graduated, but before we get into everything, Jared, like tell the people, like give the people a little bit about introduce who you are, where you're from, some of your interests and all that good stuff.
All right. My name's Jared Wadden. I'm from Chisasipi, Quebec, just north of Montreal, about 16 to 2,000 kilometers from Montreal to Chisasipi. So that's where I'm from, and I do a lot of photography. I did photography from the first residency from Mukcham in Chisasipi, which was back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Then other than I kind of enjoyed my time with Mukcham to this point, and I met some great artists along the way. So I think that's all for me to say.
That's it. No, for sure.
Yeah. Or we could answer some questions from the comments.
I don't think we have any questions yet. We only have one. This is technically one question, but it's what up, my dudes?
Shout out for me.
Shout out to Van Gory and Franklin, also from the Cree Nation of Chisasipi. Chisasipi is actually the first, like, and Jared, you're saying where you're from and explaining also the distance it is from like James Bay Highway. Myself too, the first time that I ever came out to Chisasipi, I drove there from Montreal. It was about a 19-20 hour drive or something like that. No big deal. Yeah. But it was actually the first. It was the first like First Nations community I ever visited, and this was like 6 years ago. And I'm going to show it, man, to the people, but it's actually a picture with me and a group of youth back in the days. And there's somebody that's quite familiar on the bottom left of me. I don't even know how old you are in this picture, Jared. You must be like 9 or something, or 8. I
Something
don't
around
even
there,
know.
yeah.
I don't even know. But there's young Jarrett Watt in there, like right next to me. And it's just mind blowing, man. It doesn't even feel like that it was that long ago. And I look at you now, man, full like young adults, all grown up, man, all sorts of like artistic competencies. Shout out to that poster that's behind you there, the Mook Jam 2.0. I see that screen printing project too. That one went down in Mook Jam history, that's for sure. But you also mentioned that you got into photography, and I really feel like that's part of your identity right now, as far as your artistic practice. Talk to us a little bit about why photography? Like, how did that resonate with you? Like, what was that experience like the first time learning about like taking a picture or approaching things as a photographer? I don't know. Just maybe talk to us a little bit about that.
Sure. I think as I saw how I approached photography in my first year doing it, I was more like practicing. I was more developing my style. So usually I wasn't really good with the exposure first in the first month when I held a DSLR. So usually I had to increase my exposure. So, and it was mainly about nature, about where I'm from. But I guess it didn't have some sort of background, and that's what I wanted to introduce in the further years across. So I do like series, I do projects that you could see on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I will try to develop a new wave, a new technique, so I could more to correlate what's my concept to people that see my work.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's like you want to, because I mean, people take photos, right? Like, and like not anybody, but I think to be a gifted photographer, you need to have a certain like eye for things and a different, like certain perspective. But then there's the aesthetic like component, which means like you kind of want to have your own kind of like style that'll differentiate you from other photographers. And I feel, in all honesty, Jarrett, like you do that super well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring up your Instagram page.
Yep.
Let me see where it is. For Strong North Wind. This is just straight up like all of your photography. And I'm going to start it from the beginning. I'm going to go to picture 1, because obviously you've evolved, like experimenting with pictures, and like I don't even know all the terms of the things that you're doing here with your pictures. But what's cool about it is that it's like actually my father is chiming in right now saying, really appreciate your talent for photography. I've seen that you issue differently since you've been posting your work. So it's like giving people a different taste of the Cree Nation, the Cree land in Shisasabe, with where you're from. But like as we're kind of going through this, maybe if there's one or a few pictures that you want to talk about like, like even the first picture here, this is my first post on the new account I'll be posting. Like, so you're using different things, like, so yeah, explain a bit of like your process and like kind of like, I don't know, the techniques and stuff that you're using here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain some stuff?
Explain some?
Yeah,
sure.
Like, I mean, you're using like you're taking pictures on like what kind of camera, and then are you taking that on your phone, like straight up? And then
I actually took it on my iPhone to be sure. Then I use apps to help me kind of blend in the rest of the background. So, but I think most of it stays there, the main picture. I try my best not to change in my first or second year doing that. Then after that, it's like, let's do something different.
Yeah, because like these are pictures that I've grown to like. Obviously, these are like the ones that like people love, especially like on Instagram. They see a nice sky, and like the Cree Nation is really known for their beautiful sunsets. You know what I mean? So you got that like that beautiful traditional like picture of like a sunset, which is pretty cool. But then you got like some new ones here that kind of like pop up. Like, where are you first of all getting these like these pictures? You know what I mean? Like, do you go for like, you walk a lot out, like kind of like out and about specifically to get pictures, or like are you kind of like in the moment, you just happen to be there, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's more like I just happen to be there, and it's more like a kind of a lucky like a lucky instance, if you could say that.
Yeah, so you're just like kind of just there and you just capture the moment. But it's like, it's beautiful, man. Like, I just love these
Yeah.
textures, man. And you can see that people, there's all sorts of like people from the EU history. Oh, look, you got a little what is that called? A self-portrait or something like that?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait along with two double exposures.
Okay. So what's a double exposure for the people that I can make a guess, but what is a double exposure?
Double exposure is like when you try to bring in at least two photos together and kind of have them blend into one.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
That's cool. We have some people chiming in. I have a question here actually for you, coming from Sabrina, educational consultant over at Impath. What editing software do you use?
What editing software do I use?
For your
Mainly
pictures?
mainly what the apps that I use that help me I think to
I think you listed at the very beginning here.
yeah.
Snapseed and Tada. You
Yeah.
still use those ones, or those are very
I
early
still
ones?
use Snapseed, and it's actually a good thing because you don't have to pay for subscription to use it. Tada, it's only usable for iOS, so I had to change.
Mm-hmm.
And now I still use Snapseed, I use Polar, and I use Pixel now.
Okay. You might have to type that out just because we definitely want to be able to repost that for some of our folk at home that might be interested in getting some of those apps. But we'll definitely try to get that information later on in the show, and we'll be able to type that up in the comment box so some people at home could check that. I'm curious though, because like your style obviously like has evolved. You started getting into like loop ones, like things like of this nature. Like this stuff just fascinates me, man. Like this is amazing. If you're into music and you want to create some like it's like kind of like a GIF, so you can like put like some music and then people just get mesmerized by this. But this is also like an app. This is what is this, like one picture with like an app and then it just distorts it, or is it like multiple pictures? Like what's going on in this picture, bro?
It's actually like a simple black and white picture from my second year of photography. Then I decided to bring it in, see what I could do with it, and that was pretty much the finishing point after doing that.
Wow, this is like, it reminds me of a state of mind. This is very interesting though. This is some cool stuff, bro. But I've noticed now, like, okay, now you got all these new pictures, but these are more series, right? I guess because you kind of started titling them.
Yeah, I titled them.
So I have a question. This is called Flooded. This is like beautiful work though, man. Like it's just but this is the one that I actually wanted to bring up because it ties into the walking out ceremony, which is like a Cree. This is like a Cree, James Bay Cree tradition. This is a beautiful picture first and foremost, but do you want to tell us a little bit about like the folks at home? We have people from different First Nations, from different Indigenous communities all over the world that watch this show. So maybe tell us a little bit about what the walking out ceremony is.
Sure. The walking out ceremony is usually when a first, like a child starts walking outside. So it's usually what they do is they'll dress up the child into traditional clothing, and if a boy is walking out, he would have to hold a gun and have to practically shoot down like a little goose. But I think for women, I'm not entirely sure from them. I think they have to hold some sort of like snowshoe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So
And
it's just to celebrate the child's first steps.
yeah, it's like the first steps, and this is like, correct me if I'm wrong, like from what I heard too, it's also like the first time that they're technically they touch land with their feet or something like along those lines. It's not just like the first steps, but it's like the first time they're technically walking on the land.
Yeah.
I believe that's what I've heard. I've never you've witnessed one before?
I witnessed several, not a lot, but several.
Okay, because these and from what I know too, these ceremonies are pretty early, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning or something like that.
4 or 5 in the morning. I remember my first walking out ceremony. I was really groggy and I was a little sleepy. All I wanted to do was just eat my peach, and my parents took it away from me. And I started crying. So there's photos of me crying at my first walking out ceremony.
That's so funny. That'd be a pretty awesome picture to see. If there is one, who knows? I don't know. Is there a picture?
I'll probably post it online.
Yeah, I'm so down to check it. But it's like it's beautiful work though, man. Like, I mean, you really give like a new scope and new kind of perspective of like the Iwishi, which I love, man. I just love all of these things. There's some of them that I'm looking at like would be amazing artwork for like a musician too. You know what I mean? Like, I look at this and I'm just like, what is going on here, bro? Like, what are you even thinking, Jarrett? Like doing this piece right here? Like, what's the inspiration? Is it just based on textures and like adding like colors, and then you're just like, this is what it is? Or do you kind of have a concept in mind before you kind of like approach a piece?
I would have like a rough draft in my head. Then after I do it, I'm like, it's not. It's usually, it's like, okay, what's next? Then I try to implement something else that could help me more understand what I was trying to do in the first place. So I think there's like a step to it. It's like step 1, you have to do a rough draft. Step 2, analyze your own work before you send it out. Then step 3 is to I think more of a just give like context or try to give some meaning to what you're trying to explain.
Oh, definitely, man. This is cool. I appreciate you kind of breaking down your process too. You have a very like unique way of expressing your process as well, man. But I find it's cool, man. It's very profound stuff. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna share this strong Northwind page with everyone that's like wants to kind of like get connected to Jarrett's his artistic page. He's got his own page too of his like, you have your own Instagram page, which kind of like it highlights a lot of your journey in life, but this is more specific to your artistic practice, correct? And so what we'll do is we'll drop that link so you could just check out your stuff. When's the last time you posted, bro? 2 days ago. All right, so he's still active. He's still doing his thing. I think what this is like a moon or something. I don't even know what is this.
Swipe to see.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, and he just added a little. Oh man, just killing it, bro. Just killing it. That's great, man. I'm super excited to be able to like share your work, Jarrett. I know that it's hard to get your name out there. You know what I mean? But you've been doing a great job. You got 100 followers, man. You're doing the right thing, and you're also staying in your lane, which is like that's huge, man. You know what I mean? Staying true to your own artistic voice. Definitely appreciate that. I'm super excited to also because I know Mukjam. The arts concentration program that was commissioned by the Cree School Board. It's owned by the Cree School Board, but they work with InPath in order to like build it out and to implement and to just to basically do the overall management of the program. And that's how we met you, Jarrett. And I know that's how you met Melanie. And we're gonna bring Melanie on. But Mukjam, I guess, has taught you many different things, bro? Maybe can you tell us a little bit about like the Mukjam? What is the Mukjam program? What is it to you? And how has it helped you in your journey as an artist?
Sure. When I first joined Mukjam, it was just me and my friends. We just wanted to do something that, I guess, just to get out of class. We just wanted to do something that we could do something artistically, but we usually thought that Mokjam was just about drawing. So usually, I think the left after the second recipe, but I stayed on because I wanted to see what I could do more, and partly it's helped me a lot that I stayed in Mokjam. So usually, I had a little ideas like Mokjam was just something that be after school, like an after school program for just random schools and for classes. So I didn't know it was like a big thing till I met the coordinators, such as yourself and Katie.
That's it. And so it's also for the audience too. The Mukjam Arts Concentration Program is essentially a place where, like, students have a chance to connect with artists, and artists like will collaborate and do specialized projects in school. So this is like during school time. It's not an extracurricular activity. It's actually a curriculum-based program. And that's how you, Jared, connected with Melanie Garcia, right? And so this is actually a picture of you two just killing it. There's all sorts of like questions that are probably arising in people already just looking at like straight up off the bat. But that's why I'm just excited that I think this was from a residency a couple years back. And so much has already happened since then. But that'll be my segue, Jared, to you want to bring on Mel and ask her some questions and see what's going on with her, or what, bro?
Sure, let's bring her on.
That's it, eh? Oh, wait, CJ just chimed in real quick, but I'll get back to CJ's point. I do want to bring on Mel right now. I know she's backstage right now, just itching a little bit. Got this sweet picture right here of Mel. I just found it on the internet. I hope Mel doesn't mind that I shared it, but it's on the internet. I like this picture of her. So to just give it a quick introduction, Melanie Garcia is a mixed media collage artist and works in the film industry on costume, wardrobe, styling. It was during her BFA in film production at Concordia University that where she began her work in large format digital collage. After a period of art gestation, her work is now settled into primarily analog mixed media collage. She's been working with our organization for 4 years. She does such incredible work. It's very very niche, but at the same time, it connects to so many different artistic facets. So really excited to be able to bring her on the show. So without further ado, everyone give it up for Melanie Garcia. How did we do so far? How did we do so far, Melody?
I'm loving the show. I mean, you guys can carry this on. I'm just chilling and enjoying hearing all the things. I was like, you can keep talking, Jared. You're doing great.
That's it. He knows. But we're also happy to have you here on the show with us, Melanie. I know that we've kind of like been keeping in touch here and there since COVID's happened. There's been a lot of adjustments for artists nowadays. But like before we get into it, maybe just introduce yourself to the people, who you are, where you're from, what do you do from your own words,
I'm sitting in my kitchen, living room, dining area. I'm based in Jotega, Montreal. As David said, I've been with Impact Mukjam N'we Jinan for about 4 years. I work in art education through the Cultures in the Schools program in Montreal. I make art, mixed media collage. I work in the film industry in the costume department. And that's plenty.
It's plenty to get us started, to start chewing on a bit, because like my first question, it's always been around like, you're the only mixed media. We call it mixed media, but like, well, maybe to define some of these things, because collage art is a form of mixed media. Yeah. But for me, maybe explain. I would love to know, like, how did you even get into collage, and where you were starting to say, like, this is something that this is my artistic practice, but then also wanting to teach that, and like, how did that journey get started?
So mixed media art, you can have mixed media paintings, mixed media sculpture. But mixed media collage is specifically like when you take ephemera, normally paper or 2D based ephemera, and you combine them together. Its origins are from the early 1900s of surrealist and Dadaist artwork. So when you're mashing things together back in the day, it was like, oh, this isn't a painting. Oh, it's not a landscape. Oh, it's not a portrait. Oh, I'm confused. So it was really like disruptive in the early 1900s. So like now we accept it as like part of our visual language because, you know, so much of like mashing text and visuals together with different textures, like a lot of graphic design does that, a lot of advertising does that, a lot of magazines do that. So we're more and more used to it. But for me personally, I never felt super skilled at like drawing or painting, and I really do impart this upon the youth that I work with. I mean, by all means, if you want to pursue drawing, keep going, keep trying, keep doing it. But it was always a roadblock for me, and I really felt that I could express my artistic desires through taking pre-existing materials and putting them together in my own way. So it's my maybe my personal deficiencies at painting and drawing, but I do love using painting and drawing techniques. I love scribbling, I love scrabbling, I love smushing and sweeping things across a page, you know?
Yeah. But what I appreciate about what you're saying is like sometimes those roadblocks that we have for like skill, like we feel like we might lack in one area, what ends up happening is that you adapt and you start realizing exactly what it is that you were kind of like built to do. You know what I mean? In a sense where it's like that roadblock pushed you into another direction that created a whole niche market for yourself. Like when I first like encountered, even like I always heard about you through you know, Melissa Ann, like always mentioning Melanie Garcia, and you also have like this, the name is like, you have a cool name too, you know? So it's like Melanie Garcia sounds like pretty cool, you know? But then also seeing your art for the first time, I was like very like, I was taken back because I was like, I never seen something like that before. And so that also kind of puts you in your own category, which is an artist that's, I feel like as an artist, that's what you would, most people would strive for, you know? And that's, I find you have that commonality with Jared a little bit too. Jared's more in his earlier days, but he's already separating himself from the mold of like a photographer. He's kind of got this like new thing going on, you know what I mean? So it's kind of cool that you guys are both here to connect. We just shared Melanie Garcia's website, but for the people that want to kind of see like some of the artwork that's been created by Melanie, you can check out her website for some of her works are here. She's got a little collage club, so these are all like, I guess, a collection of different collages that you
all collages all the time.
All collages all the time. But I'm gonna bring it back here because I guess this collage here is specific to Mysticity, which is also within the Cree Nation. This is a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
This was part of your first I think it was your first residency within the Mukjam program, right?
Absolutely. That was my first year, so 2016 in Mysticity. Working with Marcela Enriquez, an awesome teacher. We had an amazing crew of youth in the cycle 1 and cycle 2. And so basically what you see I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. So at the bottom of the mass is all these hands, and the hands are actually like photographed hands of all the students in the cycle 2 class that I photoshopped and printed out and transferred onto a canvas. So the actual work is about 5 feet long, maybe 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet long on a canvas. And so it's all the youth in the cycle 2 class whose hands are in there. Angel Barabo, she used to draw on their hands, and if you zoom in, if you're able to zoom in, then you could see like Angel's hands that are all drawn on with marker. If you ever see it in IRL.
Yeah, I can't seem to zoom in on this thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
why,
all good.
but...
It's all good. Take my word for it.
Yeah, I believe it. I've had the chance of seeing this in real life. I got myself a print too from your little print series, and I got that one up on my wall in my house somewhere. It's such a beautiful piece, and I kind of just wanted to like show the people of like kind of like to give them a little more context as to the kind of art that you create. So that's super cool. And then like moving a little bit more into your other artistic practice, which is more, I feel like it's more in line with like your career, maybe. I don't know, unless your artistic practice is your career too, but I feel like whenever we talk about what's happening in your life, we always talk about the film industry and being on set and like doing costume wardrobe design. So tell us a little bit about how like you got introduced into that, and then, you know, what does that industry look like right now, or like, you know, how's that industry been treating you?
Well, I mean, I feel like all my careers are all my careers. I don't feel like one takes precedence over the other. So cinema was, I actually did my undergrad is in film production at Concordia, but everyone in that program kind of like passes through in hopes of becoming a filmmaker or a director of photography. And I felt that I didn't have that aptitude, and I wasn't like super amazing at it. It's like a hard art practice to practice because it's so many moving parts. But then like post Concordia kind of got into styling for fashion shoots in a super rogue way. Totally didn't know anything about anything. It's pretty hilarious. And then through like connections from school, so as the more talented filmmakers who came out of the program started making film, like as I was doing these wardrobe styling projects, they're like, yo, Garcia does costume, let's do this. So it was kind of like a long time of like collaborating and all that. And like, you know, so just kind of like sticking with it over the years. I've done like a handful of features. I've never worked on big American shows. Maybe one, maybe a medium.
I felt like you did X-Men or something. No,
oh my God,
my imagination?
No, I haven't. I've only done like a small American, no big American. So
okay. Do you feel like for that industry though, you need to be living in, like, you need to be kind of at the right place at the right time, meaning like you need to be living in a city that would typically do film productions and stuff?
Nah.
Not even, eh?
No, I mean, if you're in a city center, like, I mean, you don't have to be in LA or New York. I mean, obviously the load of the work is there, but there's plenty of work here, you know. And COVID related, I mean, a lot of productions have been shut down just based on like if your script is like accommodates social distancing or not. So a couple of my projects have been shut down for that, but plenty of people are still working on like commercials or TV stuff, you know, and some film. So it's all good. I'm super patient.
That's it. Good things always come to those who wait, but sometimes it's like, you know, you don't want to have to keep waiting. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like what you love doing. Like sometimes when you're passionate about things, it's just, you just want to get out there and just like, you know, just feel that creative energy. You know what I mean? And so I do appreciate all that you do, Melanie. And obviously you have a wealth of knowledge and experience in like two different facets that are ultimately amalgamated into one career. It's all one career here for
all
you,
one.
which is great. And, you know, segueing into another aspect of your career, which is working in the classroom as well. You mentioned that you worked for culture in the schools, which is like, you know, it's a Quebec, what is it, like Quebec?
Yeah, it's a ministry program.
Yeah,
so it's the educational ministry has this program where, you know, they create a roster of artists that can like go into school. So that was my gateway into art ed. I'm going to shout out to Melissa Lido for that. She's my gateway to anything art education related. Yeah, so
she got all those resources, you know what I mean? So definitely shout out to Melissa for all of that stuff.
Oh man, yeah, thank you for sure. Like, so kind of getting, you know, pointing me in that direction of like, hey, you should apply for this program. You know, you should try working out in schools and like, and honestly, like it felt like the best fit. It was never something I envisioned for myself. I never saw myself in a classroom, but like it, you know, it was the most easy fit. And I felt super confident even from the first few projects. So I started 2013 in the classroom and, you know, I don't have like the same anxieties as I do like working on a commercial, but
yeah.
So like, you know, and like, and being able to like impart like energy and art making with youth and like being able to connect with awesome peeps like Jarrett, you know, and like we had such a good time, you know, and Yo, that picture like sums it up, I think.
Yep. It definitely cements this energy that you're talking about 100%. And we're going to get into it in a second because I think it's a great segue to really talk about like, you know, your trajectory starting out like a culture in the schools and then eventually you know, doing a Mukjam arts residency, meeting Jarrett and all this crazy costume design stuff that happened during that residency, and we're gonna go through pictures and stuff. But before on Jared, do you have any questions for Melanie pertaining to anything we've discussed thus far?
I don't think I have those questions except an off topic of what's your favorite chip brand?
Oh man, so anyone who knows me knows I love chips, man. I'm so, oh my gosh, Miss Vicky's.
But Miss Vicky's which one though? Which there's so many.
The plain one.
Oh, yeah. Really? Original. Okay.
Yeah. Miss Vicky's plain. Oh my god, the rough the kettle chip, kettle brand, anything with a good crunch. I need a solid crunch. So Lay's, I'm not a fan. No ketchup, no salt and vinegar. So yeah, and Jarrett, oh my god, Jarrett and Franklin Van Gorian, shout out to you guys for like feeding me chips. Like I just like I'm in class, I'm trying to like teach this crew, and like Franklin's chewing on like some chips and I'm just like, you have to give me one before I go on. Like it's like zombie mode, shut down, you know? So
yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Definitely. Van Gorian, what is your favorite chip? I'm gonna put this one out to the audience too to get some participation. I want to hear from the audience too. What is your favorite chip? But as we ask that question, Jarrett, what's your favorite chip, buddy?
I go with Pringles.
Oh, those are so good too, yeah.
Because I don't feel like I get cheated out, because when you buy Lay's, because half of the bag is mainly air. Yeah, so I buy Pringles.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah.
Okay, Jarrett, single chip. Okay, with the Pringles, single chip ingestion or like multiple chip ingestion?
That depends how much you like the brand.
The Pringles, the Pringles, one at a time or multiple at a time?
I guess if I'm really starving, I go for 2 at a time. But if I'm trying to savor the moment, I go for 1.
Okay, fair.
Makes a lot of sense. We got a few people chiming in right now.
Yes.
People are not going with the brands, but they're going with the salt and vinegar. So salt and vinegar.
Ooh, salt and vinegar. Sorry, Ashley.
Ouch.
We got Amethyst here, ketchup chips. Ooh, Amethyst, you tried that new Doritos ketchup? Have you guys tried that yet?
Wait, what?
Doritos came out with a limited ketchup chip edition.
No, that's
pretty fire. It's pretty fire. Pretty fire.
Sorry, Ashley.
Also, CJ is chiming in. You guys need to try Tomahawk chips.
Send me a bag, CJ.
Actually, we have some we've had some at the Impact office a couple of times, man. They're really great. They're nice, like kettle chips. Like they're very similar to Miss Vicky's, like that vibe a bit. But those are really cool.
Okay, well, you can hook us up after.
That's it. Sabrina's chiming in. Got that sour cream. Yep, yes. Sour cream ruffles. I'm down with the sour cream ruffles.
Yeah.
Pretty much any plain pure salt chip. You know what I mean? And so that's great. That's a great question to ask. I think, Jared, it's more of a question that we would ask when we were doing our activity. You know what I mean? But it's still, I open up the floor. That's the question. That's what you really wanted to know, is a burning question. You know what I mean? But this is that iconic picture right now that I was showcasing before. But maybe why don't you guys take a trip down memory lane here, and I'm going to start sharing a couple of pictures. But talk to me a little bit about this particular residency, the Mukjam residency for some costume design. How did it even happen?
All right, I'll start, Jared. Okay, I'm going to talk about that photo. So that photo, which was pretty amazing. So I showed up in the community with a bunch of textiles and fabrics and accessories and things, and we had like in between the actual making sessions per se, like we had like a lot of fun just like playing with the fabrics, and like the tulle, which is what Jared and I are wearing, was
sorry. Just try to keep it going there.
That's tulle. That giant fabric that I'm wearing. That's tulle.
This thing.
That's
okay, yeah,
tulle. Tulle. Anyway, so there was some tulle, some fluorescent tulle that Jarrett and I put on ourselves with some hats, and it was like a really awesome moment. And I thought we should encapsulate it forever. And Jarrett was like pro dresser upper. Am I not right, Jarrett Wadden?
I think it was a competition between me and Alex, if you remember.
Oh my
that.
God. Epic.
But that's it. So like, I know we didn't see, I didn't show any of the process. Let me just get into a quick process. I think it's on the actual Instagram page so that folk can see the process stuff. Hold on. It's on the James Bay EU school one. I think there's some process pictures. Where is it? Where are you? Hey, this one's with Francine. Is this? No, I think it was before that, eh?
I think scroll down. Yeah.
Oh, it's before the festival. Oh, here it is.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
So there's some stuff happening here.
Oh my God.
Into a beautiful
I think
cocoon.
that's Delana. I don't remember who's in there, but Delana. Yeah, so we wrapped her in all the tulle.
Why not? Why not? This is where the picture is taken from. This is some fun that y'all were having there with our other co-executive director. This is Cecilia versus.
So this is Cecilia versus sewing machine. So she found a tutu and she decided to add more tulle to it, and yeah, it was so Cecilia funny. Versus machine.
That's it. There's some techniques going on here.
Yeah, there's some painting going on a raincoat.
That's so cool. And then you guys ended up putting on the art showcase that we do at the end of every residency, where you get to showcase your art to the community. So this is progress. This is actually, it's Delania now. She looks so different without without everything all on top of her. That's beautiful too. She's got some working on her wings. And so you guys kind of like put on, what is this? Like just different costume sets, I guess, essentially.
Yeah. So everyone had to create a head to toe look. And they're just suspended on hangers, and people were able to weave through the costumes and, circulate around them. And it was like a little forest of garments.
Yeah, I see that. And then there was these pictures here.
Oh, yes.
Were essentially the costume portraits, which I'm going to showcase some of them because there's a couple of goodies of Jared also in this. So I want the audience to see how
gay
far
you are.
Yeah, how far Jared is willing to take it in the name of creativity. So go to these ones here, and these are all just different portraits. These are, and honestly, there's some really cool ones in here, though. Like, honestly, like you guys did such a fabulous job. This one was
There's
Cecilia.
the tool.
That's it. These are pretty cool. There's another one here, Cecilia. This is
Ewan.
And I guess because these costume designs also come with the character as well, right?
Yeah, the idea was like to play and create a character at the same time. Like there's Jarrett. Yes.
What is this even? What is this character, Jared?
To be honest,
make it up right now. Where's the character from?
I don't know. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. What does
the original Karate Kid, but done with more fashion.
And the skill level of this character.
Yeah.
What is the skill level of this character?
Just be involved with the fashion police.
Excellent.
That's it, man. Anything goes. Anything goes. So that you guys did all this cool stuff. I know that Jared. I think this one was made by. This was Joanna Duff made this one.
Yeah.
But she wasn't down to wear it, I guess.
I think Jarrett was just like such a willing model that. So Joanna made a kind of a floral themed thing. So there's like a headpiece that are petals, and then she sewed the pants. There's like a flower pot.
I'm down with these colors. These are not like colors you often see together, but it definitely works though. There's definitely some pop there that I'm feeling for sure. This is so cool. Shout out to Marcel. I think Marcel was the photographer as well. I guess is that
yes.
local? Is that like a teacher or something in the school?
Yes, he was a teacher. So I was with Dave Marantet. He was the Mukjam teacher, and Marcel Gregorig. I might be butchering his name, sorry. But yeah, he's like an avid photographer. He's got an insane lens on his camera, and he popped in for a couple of periods to help photograph that. So we had a setup.
Yeah.
And we were shooting till right up until the art show. You know, everyone's cutting fruits and veg and hanging things and shooting, and it was super fun.
That's it. The art show prep, always a very stressful time for the artists, especially working with our organization. So shout out to all the InPath artists who have stressed relentlessly to always make sure that the art show is a huge success with the students. But it's always beautiful just to see the students and the artists, like, you know, showcase and connect with the community. It's like one of the reasons why we do what we do, to show that kind of impact and create conversation and dialogue within the communities and stuff. So that's so cool. I'm looking at the time. We've already gone through an hour of the show, which is great. We still have some time, but I want to leave enough time to do the activity, and we can have more conversation during the activity as well. So at this point of the show, everyone, we are going to do an activity, a collage activity that's going to be led here by Melanie. Myself and Jared are also going to be participating. We have a lot of people that have been waiting for this moment here for the show. We have a couple of folks out in Lillooet, BC. You know, the Mountain family. Shout out to like our Windcarrier champions over in Lillooet. They've tuned in every single week, and they're chilling with the whole fam, man. Everyone's just waiting they got all their art supplies and stuff. And you know, if you are out there, you know,
post a photo,
drop a comment.
of your art prep. You know, you're like, you got your stuff in front of you. I got my stuff in front of me.
That's it. So Melanie, so for everyone, before we get into it, just make sure that you have a piece of paper, some scissors, maybe a little magazine. Newspaper cutouts could work. Any kind of texture or anything like that. I have a magazine here. I got like an old. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you there for a second, Melanie. I think that should work. I'm going to add you to the stream. Melanie's got Mel's hands, a different angle so that people can see the process. I got this. Jared, what do you got, buddy?
For magazines, I have our local business of... Hold on. Wash and mash down. I hope I didn't butcher it. It's our local newspaper here. I have a National Geographic about sleep.
Classic.
I have a Life magazine about heaven on earth.
Oh my gosh, you have like the classic collage ephemera.
And I have Vanity Fair of holiday winters.
Perfect. Like so you're equipped, bro.
Yeah, you're very equipped, man. My expectations went a little higher for you, Jared. All right, so Melanie, why don't you start this up? We got like 15 to 20 minutes, but I feel like we could get something good done.
Yeah, we could just get this started, and you know, people can carry on longer and then post their final product through the hashtag. So this is just to get everyone going. I saw Amethyst said I'm able to do digital art for sure. If you can do a digital version, that is super cool. Sometimes I like starting things analog and finishing it on digital.
That's true.
So I was just like kind of listening to the Windcarriers song, and there was a lyric that stood out to me that said, "I see you in my dreams." And I'm just going to also relate this to Jarrett's photography, which is like a lot of surrealism. So when you have visuals that don't look like they're real. So he's got like this mirrored image happening, or so a lot of collage allows for surrealism. Like there's an apple instead of my head, or there's an egg growing out of a tree. You know, so that's surreal. It's not real. So. And all these ideas that we're hearing, like all that line, "I see you in my dreams." So we're gonna go for, I'm gonna throw out this challenge to be more like surreal, more dreamlike, maybe like impossible images. So what I like to do, I roll up my sleeves Super important. Super important.
First step.
I usually have a bun, but I'm gonna try to look cute for you guys. And I just like flip through a magazine. So what I'm encouraging you to do is just to respond as intuitively as possible. Like you're flipping and we're not thinking too hard. We're gonna go, I see it, I like it, just rip the page out, you know? So let's not overthink it. So Hodges, no overthinking, Jared, no overthinking, people watching, let's not overthink this. So I'm just like, okay, I'm flipping through the magazine. Okay, I see faces, and I'm thinking surrealism. I'm thinking what can look dreamy, or I'm just like, oh, here's a piece of, it's hard to see. Here's a piece of fabric that could be cool. I like it. I see it. I'm gonna rip it out. Yes, that is the sound we want to hear. Oh, this is the guy from One Direction. This guy.
which one is it?
I don't know. I think his name's Zayn. Anyway, so I like this. This is like a cup of orange juice. I'm gonna just cut this out. I'm not even thinking. Rip. Some big shoes. Maybe this. I'm gonna, oh, maybe this cat, no. So we're just looking intuitively, trying to see what pops. It could be color, it could be texture, it could be shapes. So this photo here, there's a woman wearing this crazy coat. Maybe I would just cut this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just cut this coat out. So bam.
Man, I have to say this magazine that I have is freaking got so many amazing like images for this your prompt there, Melanie.
Yes, dreamlike.
That's it.
Well, look at those sunglasses. This is encouraging consumerism for me. Just jokes, not really.
Man, I haven't bought anything since COVID started. I haven't bought a new shirt, nothing.
That's good. That's good, David. So I am gonna take Zayn because so I was looking at his face. So I ripped out 3 things, and I like. It's hard to see because I got a little glare going on, but I like Zayn's face here. So maybe I'll cut out because he looks like he's like sleeping or dreaming. I like this coat that this model is wearing, so I think I'm just gonna cut that out. So once I cut it out, it's not gonna look like a coat. It's just gonna be a blob of circles. So you can look at things like that. You can look at the objects you find in a magazine like that. So I'm gonna cut as rapidly as possible, so you guys don't get bored with me cutting.
No, you're doing a great job. Feel like we're off to a good start right now. Also, for the folks at home, like this is gonna be connected to our challenge of the week. So if you don't finish it during this activity, that's okay. You still have the whole week to complete it and submit your challenge. So don't worry if you don't complete it for this during this activity. But if you can, hey, good on you.
Yeah, I don't know if I can finish in like 15 minutes. That's like pretty insane. So on the weekly collage on Instagram, I participate in a weekly collage project called the Collage Club, and we get a weekly prompt we just cut out pages from the same book. And there's some people who posted recently who said they did their collage in under 10 minutes, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like if you're like really well practiced in something and you do it consistently, I feel like it's like the techniques and stuff, it's comes natural, and then it's just like your brain is just innately creative. Like everything gravitates towards your creativity. It's a lot easier once you do a lot of it. I feel like it's the same thing for making a beat. I can make a sick beat in like probably like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you know,
Whoa.
from scratch. But that's because I made like thousands of beats in my life. You know what I mean? So I feel like
that's still pretty impressive, David.
but I feel like it's like anybody in their artistic practice, if they're like, if they put the time in that 10,000 hours, they're essentially like mastering a technique. You know what I mean?
Oh, my hands disappeared.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm gonna have a theme, but I guess yeah, you set the theme. So based on the feeling of a dream, you see it, then you should just go for it. Don't overthink. Okay.
Don't
now
overthink.
I'm just remembering what you told us there, Mel.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Like we're just kind of going like with intuition, you know, just go with your gut, play with things, cut things you like and push things around. David, you want to pop my hands back on?
Oh, why did it go off? That's so weird.
I don't know. My hands got rejected.
What's that feet though? Is that pointing upwards?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, I gotta turn it around.
Because I was about to be like, yo, that's very surreal looking.
Yeah, so that's like the sunset. No. Sunrise.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just cacked out. There we go.
Also, for the viewers at home, we're dropping a link to the InPath YouTube tutorial page. All of our InPath artists that over COVID, you know, basically, essentially, we created a tutorial video based on their practice, so Melanie Garcia did one, and so this exact activity that we're doing, there's like more of a lengthier video with like more techniques and whatnot, right, Mel?
Yeah, so in the InPath video, you know, we like the prompts included taking a walk, going outside, picking up some ephemera from outside. Like I went outside just like to a little park near me, cut some twigs and branches, and tried to incorporate that into my collage. So we totally invite you beyond this live stream to take a breather, go for a walk, you know, see if there's like some things that inspire you outside that you can like loop into your collage. By all means. And also, you know, in the video, there's like text, like the mention of text of like, if you can, if there's like feelings or thoughts that come up with your collage, and can you put that to paper in words, just using like markers or pencil crayons or whatever you may have.
Awesome. Well, we just dropped that link, so for anyone that's interested in that, it's there now. It's there. Jared, how's it going over there, buddy?
I'm doing good. I think I got something.
Do you want to pop that into the camera so we can see?
Pop that into the camera. Right at the moment, I have this as a background.
Excellent.
And oh, where did it go? It's the word "the." If you can't see it. And right now, so far, that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to be quick as possible here.
That's it. But good art can't be rushed, eh, Mel?
No, I fuss forever. As much as I say, like, try to be as intuitive as possible, like, you know, you're still putting loads of time and energy and effort into it. You know, at least that's the way it goes for me. I'm always like, you know, sometimes I overthink it and sometimes I don't. You know, it depends on what the vibe is. I try not to overthink it though.
Yeah.
especially like if we're just like chilling, like we're just jamming here, you know. So David, that's looking dreamy.
I think it's surreal.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's also because Mel, there's a part of I watched the Impact tutorial video you did, and there's a part of it that I thought was like, it's an interesting part to help you with this technique is like once you kind of cut all of these different elements, then you play with it on your paper before you glue to like figure something out. So like I'm kind of like, that's what I'm doing right now is I got a few elements and I'm like now trying to figure out like create a scene essentially.
Exactly.
So yo, like check this one. I was like low key proud of myself for this one, but I found this little white snow owl, and yo, look, I put it over this thing, and it looks like it's like
in there, yeah,
it's from the thing, man. But it's not.
That's exactly it. It's really just like playing around with the elements. So like, you know, and you could cut and like whittle away at your objects, and if you're not vibing with something, then just cut it, you know, just move it around.
Yo, I'm like, I feel like I'm doing something though. Like
you are crazy. Though.
Something's happening here.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the magic of collage is like just by pushing things around, you can find new dynamics and interactions between the pieces, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel like I'm ready to glue this, but I'm gonna see though what else I got.
Oh, you're gonna commit.
I'm committing to this, but it's like I don't know what I'll put in this space here. I got some cool stuff here, but we'll see. I don't know if I have enough elements actually.
You don't need, you know what? You don't need loads though, David. Like you don't need to like jam it up, you know? Like then you can just, if there's something you feel is missing, you can do that with a marker. You know, you're like, oh, I feel like I need like this thing happening in the background. Well, you could do that with like a pen or a marker or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. I hear what you're saying. But I'm gonna try and jam it up. I don't know, but I know I could for sure use some marker. Like I guess you could put random textures and things, and like make something out of it. I would ideally love it to just all work out perfectly, though.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm looking at your star there. I would cut out the gray bits around the edge if you wanted at the top of your star. So
these ones?
Yeah, I'd fully cut it out.
So like just make an act, just the dark gray star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a friendly suggestion, so that it looks like it's more integrated in your image.
I think I could do that. I hope our viewers at home are enjoying this little activity brought to you in part by InPath. Right now with Melanie Garcia and Jarrett Wadden, taking some time out of their busy schedule to chill with us and create some art. It's pretty good though, man. I mean, a lot of schools, like I know we're in the province of Quebec. They've obviously moved those timelines up for COVID, but in other provinces, it's not necessarily what's happening, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of friends with young ones are back in school, so that's super interesting.
Yeah, today's the first day, I think, for elementary schools.
Oh boy, good luck, guys.
That's it. Oh man.
Yeah, some schools are starting tomorrow
for you guys, eh?
Classes. Yeah, I think there's trying to do protocol, have them follow it. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Have them follow protocol so it could, I don't know, recognize, I don't know, the rules.
That's it. I guess it's also like teachers like comfort levels. Finding teachers that are willing to be in the classroom, I think, is also another thing.
Right.
I
That's
think
like
that's
a whole other thing.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the major topics of discussion right now. Is that like teachers not feeling like school, like that the process is really included them. It's kind of like they're the ones that have got to sit in the classroom,
Right. I totally empathize with that for sure, because some teachers might be feeling like they're at risk, being exposed to so many people throughout the course of the day. But we hope everyone's staying safe, and respect to all the teachers who have who are going to go down that path. I love teachers. I still like teach at my high school. Like I've done like some cultures in the schools at my high school, and I like have lunch with my homeroom teacher. It's such a trip. And I'm always I'm super stoked to see her, and like she's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing these days? And like we get to like chill and talk, and she gave me my first detention. It was a uniform infraction. I was like, no.
You went to Royal Vale? Where'd you go?
West.
Royal West. Sorry, why I say Royal Vale? Is that the same? I don't even know what that is.
Royal Vale is another school in the EMSB.
Oh, okay. So Royal West.
Royal West, yeah. So that was I got a detention from my homeroom teacher, but we're chill now.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Just jokes. It was a uniform thing. It's all good.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
I've abandoned Zane.
You're not feeling him for your piece?
No,
anymore?
I abandoned Zane. I found a mountain, some sand from a national.
He's not dreamy enough.
Apparently not for. Oh, that's good. I see what you did there.
I'm trying to do a little something,
I see you're super punny, dude.
Trying.
See what you did there. That was a pun, you guys. I love puns.
That's it. I'm still just trying to figure out how to get the best out of the limited amount of cutouts I have here, and then I'll start fishing for some more. I only have one magazine, so
no, I mean that's awesome, because sometimes limitations are conducive to like creativity. You're like, I just have this one magazine. Well, that sorts it out for you.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sometimes too much is like too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, what I realized, man, honestly, when it comes to like digital resources, there's too many digital resources to the point that like nobody really uses digital resources. People still crave human interaction. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like, because a lot of the times, like even like Mal, like we refer like young people, like youth, to like check out this digital resource, and this is not necessarily just the Impact tutorial video. This is just like the broad scheme of all the resources that exist on the internet. Like even for Jarrett, he uses Tada app. There's like digital resources to learn how to use that, and so you could tell someone to use it, but most of the time people are not really going to do that, because there's just too much information almost now, to the point where like I feel like maybe people aren't using them. People want that. They want to do this kind of stuff where like you're learning but also interacting at the same time with humans, in real time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm an advocate for connecting as in real time as possible. I'm super like bummed that I might not be in a classroom this fall, but we'll see how that goes. So,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if there are folks who are observing my collage, there's this bottle of maple syrup. It's Aunt Jemima. I don't know. Should it go in there? Does it look like it works? Is that weird? Anyway,
Let me
if anyone
see. I
has
don't even know.
thoughts.
I think a lot of people. We have quite a few people still watching right now, but I feel like people are doing the activity. So, but let me see. Aunt Jemima bought. Oh, that's actually. How did you get a bottle on that angle? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it.
It came from this page, so it was just like a photo shoot that had the bottle there.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe the bottle's cool. Maybe. So maybe
It's pretty cool. Like, you can definitely do something with it, like, because it could create an action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something pouring out of it.
Okay, we'll leave that there. We're not committing yet, though. You don't have to commit right away.
No. Well, shout out to Aunt Jemima. Like, I use that for my my egos.
Yep.
We can shout out Aunt Jemima.
I like Sabrina said it's perfect. The sand looks like syrup.
Yeah, I see that.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Since we're shouting out Aunt Jemima, shout out to Uncle Ben's.
Yeah, you're down with the Uncle Ben's rice, bro.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Really, eh? What's your favorite flavor from Uncle Ben's?
Any kind. I just like Uncle Ben's in general. Anything like a different brand of rice or a different product of it, I can't eat it.
Really?
Oh.
There's some flavor.
Is it the instantaneous thing? Like, because it's like easy to make and that's part of the appeal.
I feel like that's it.
Yeah, for sure. But once you make a pot of your own rice, you'll never go back.
No, it's true. But no, that's not true.
No,
because I'm my background's I have Indonesian background, right? So like we're like rice based all the way.
Yeah.
And we have our own like rice cooker, all of that.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the Uncle Ben's like 2 minute microwavable pre-made rice,
package, yeah,
incredible. So it comes in a pinch, and it's gotten to the point where it really came. It was so clutch for so many situations in my life that I started just having it regularly at the house too. Because I'm just like, sometimes with the rice pot, it's like you gotta wait a little. So it's like
you do, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you can pre-make it for the week, but then it's like you store it in the fridge or wherever. You can keep it out if you want. The Uncle Ben's.
Don't keep it out. You gotta keep it in the fridge, yo.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it in the fridge too. But I'm on that Uncle Ben's though. I'm definitely on that Uncle Ben's. So shout out to him. I realized the time though right now. It's we're like almost going over time. So just to kind of move things more in a conclusive manner here. A few questions. It's a question that I ask. The one question that we always ask the youth that come on the show, and then one question that we ask the artists. So, Jared, my first question for you is, what message or teaching of your ancestors do you continue to pass on or carry with you?
Usually the message is like every Indigenous child should follow is just to treat each other with respect, treat your traditional ideals, your beliefs with respect, treat anything that you treat everyone, the elders, the animals, your tools too, just to be respectful. So that's what I lived by when I was usually with my parents and my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, dude.
That's dope, bro.
Thanks.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And Mel, the question that we ask our artists is, what message or teaching from the youth do you carry with you?
Oh man, that's for sure. Kind of like not just being an active listener. Being an active listener, meeting the youth where they are, always like kind of learning from whatever strategies they're into, like whatever the approaches they're into, you know, I guess that's like the short version of it. Like, yeah, being an active listener and adapting to each other. Yeah, for sure.
What did you just say there, Mel? No, I'm just I'm just kidding. But that was too easy, so I had to, you know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I love all the jokes.
But that's great though. Active listening is important. It's something that like we take for granted, but when you're working with young people, working in the arts, like listening is one of the most important things, you know. So I definitely appreciate that. All right, so we are towards the end here. So I'm just kind of want to wrap it up by kind of seeing where you guys are at with your piece. I see Mel is got stuff going. You got quite a bit going on over there, eh?
Yeah, so I kept Zane's arm. There's like some sand and Aunt Jemima spilling out onto the sand. There's like a yogurt foil that I may or may not keep, to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, should I keep it or the silver thing? Yay or nay?
It's your work.
No advice.
I'm just saying it's your work.
He doesn't know. That's what he's basically saying.
Yep.
It's all good. I'm gonna figure it out.
Me, I'm basically like I'm not done. I'm not even close to being done. But this is upside down, so I'm trying. This is gonna kind of go here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Something might happen. It could evolve.
It looks really good though. It's a really good start, David. Yeah. Honestly, like I feel like the trees. Though. I feel like the trees are like super grounding. Mm-hmm. And then you can have something like those branches kind of coming out.
There's definitely, and I got this little guy here too. It's kind of hard to see, but he's in there. I could have done a transfer, you know, and that would have made it pop out a little more. Did I use that correctly?
Yeah, if you wanted to like get in a more labor intensive process, yeah, we could have totally done a transfer.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretending like I know it. I just know it's a term in collage world, and I've used it in a few conversations to act like elite, but really I'm like
a bank, I don't know, bank transfer me some money.
No, in the context of collaging, you know, and I'll explain it, but I really don't know what it is. But I try to sound like all pro or something, you know.
Yeah,
it's all good. And I just want to say, I use the same glue as you.
Okay.
I'm into the Pritt glue as well.
Amazing.
I was using the Uhu, the orange, the yellow sticks for a while, and I just found it made the paper too soggy. So I'm back. I'm down with the Pritt.
Nice. I'm down with the Pritt too. So both of you, it was a pleasure to just be chilling here, chopping it up a little bit, making some art, having some good conversations. For the people that want to follow, Melanie. It's _Melanie. Hold on. _Melanie _ Garcia. Like this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you go. Give Melanie Garcia, or you can just type it in the Instagram. We did drop it in the comments as well, so you can definitely check that out. And also for Jared here, Strong North Wind. Make sure y'all check that out on the Instagram.
Yes.
Also, if you just type in that Jarrett Wadden or just Jarrett Wadden,
I have it in my bio on my personal account.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely check that out. We're gonna drop it in the comment box just to make sure that everyone can go and get connected to Melanie and Jared and their journey as well. Both of you, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. I don't know if there's any last words or whatever, but I feel like we did a great job. I mean, the official artistic challenge, as everyone knows, is make a collage based off this activity, connected to a little bit more, if you want to kind of get more into it, connected to the Impact tutorial video.
Check it out.
Impact. Definitely check it out. And all that good stuff. happy creating, everyone. And so yeah, I guess I'll see both of you soonish. I'm not sure when, but let's just keep in touch. I think, Melanie, we have an Empath welcome back meeting or something in September,
I'm
early
so
September.
looking forward to it.
That's gonna
This
be
is me
great.
weeping with joy just to see all your faces.
It's gonna be
even
good
if it's
times.
on a screen.
That's it. That's the cool thing about technology. It's keeping us connected. You know what I mean? Regardless. I mean, it's not the best, but it's still pretty incredible how you can still maintain connection. So so all the best, both of you, Melanie, Jarrett. We'll be in touch, all right?
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
We'll be in touch.
All right, I'm just removing them. Yes. So that's essentially we'll conclude the Windcarriers Challenge Show, episode 16. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our activity with us today. Make sure you get in your submissions this week. Remember that MacBook Pro prize is coming up soon. So every submission that you send in is automatically putting you into that bigger draw. So make sure that you get your submissions in this week as well. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. To carry us out for the show for today, we're gonna bring it back to the Cache Creek youth out of the Cache Creek Elementary School in BC with My Mission. Everyone have a splendid week. Thank you so much for joining us again, and we'll catch y'all soon.
My mission, become more connected to my culture. It's my vision. I'm proud to be First Nation. So listen, I love my home, but something's missing. I want you to come home. It's my mission. So listen.
I'm afraid of being seen, I'm afraid of being judged. I'm getting better, but I still don't think I'm good enough. It's a challenge that I'm gonna rise above. It's my mission, so listen, cause I am enough.
I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together, walk together. Life is a struggle, I love.
I see you in my dreams. I feel you and I need you closer. My mission is to hold you.
I've lost so many people that I love. It's my mission to make sure you appreciate what you have before it's gone. So listen. I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. Life is a struggle, I love. So let's walk together. I'm on a mission to find what is missing inside. I really wish I could go back and learn about all the things that I've heard. I'm on a mission to see. Come here and listen to me. I really wish I could go back and change all the things that are out of my range. I'm on a mission to find